Big news coming in from Canada. Remember, the Hindu community have decided to come together now after the attacks that happened, the assault, the rampage of a temple for no reason. The pro-Khalistan agitating goons who had targeted the Hindus have now, in fact, led the Hindu community, otherwise scattered, otherwise diverse, to unite, come together. This is the same Hindu Sabha Mandir in Brampton, where the incident had taken place. They have now come together to protest and holding the Canadian national flag, the Indian tricolour. And remember, while many of them, of course, are Hindu Canadians, they also have the connect of back home. This is the situation right outside the Brampton temple, where Khalistan Murdabad chanting also was heard. Cops, meanwhile, have taken 3 in custody. And the Hindu community in Toronto have got the groups together to say this is the time to unite, specifically with the accusation that the Trudeau government, administration and the cops are siding with the pro-Khalistan group.
I'm at Hindu Sabha temple in Brampton, where thousands of people gathered in solidarity with the attacks on Hindus. As you can see, this is outside the temple where people gathered. And you can see all the police cars outside where they stopped the protesters. And they are not allowing them to enter into Hindu Sabha temple. As you can see from the outside, the temple area and the police cars. People are raising the slogans, Jai Shri Ram. People from Haryana, Gujarat and all parts of India who are settled in Canada are here. As you can see, this is the main road, the intersection of Gore Road. So this was it. This is Deepak Punj for India Today.
So we'll constantly put out the ground reports that have come in about what the local Canadian Hindu or the journalists have to say on this as well. I'm now joined by my colleague Piyush Mishra on that. Piyush, so the Prime Minister has put out a statement and said that this also will strengthen our resolve even more to stand against extremism. How do you think India is viewing the situation? What is India doing about it, saying about it? It's not something that we can possibly intervene directly, but it's the community also, the Indian diaspora, that's at risk here.
Well, absolutely, Pooja. And now we are seeing as to how the Indian authorities are raising it very strongly, not only from the side of Minister of External Affairs, but also from various quarters. We are hearing the condemnation coming in. Even the topmost leader of the country, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, also had put out a post on social media platform X, where he has condemned this entire incident and has also, requested the Canadian authorities to take actions as far as these cases are concerned. Remember that after the attack which took place in Hindu Sabha temple in Brampton, we are also seeing the visuals of protests. Those are now coming in, where various Hindus who are settled in Canada from different parts of the country are raising their voice. In fact, one of them was also heard saying that today our temple has been attacked, tomorrow our houses can also be attacked. So we are seeing the disturbing visuals coming in, and also the kind of concerns those are being raised by the people there. But at the same time, India here has also raised this issue very strongly from the leaders like PM Narendra Modi, topmost leaders of BJP, and also from Vishwa Hindu Parishad. We are seeing voices coming out condemning.
You stay on with me as you have sent us that update, and most of us are not even surprised that this assault and rampage took place. This was waiting to happen. The kind of series of anonymous attacks or the kind of giveaway, free fall that had come in from the Trudeau government to the pro-Khalistan groups to stand for a Hardeep Singh Nijjar against India, have a standoff with another democratic ally. This was bound to happen. That's how the criminals believe that they have all the support. Let's take a look at the breaking news coming in. And Piyush, stay with me on that, because this is, remember, these are the Hindu groups now coming together to say, how can we not even unite at this point? And we have to at least put out a certain statement and a united front. Vishwa Hindu Parishad, Canada outfit, Canada unit, has condemned the temple attacks. The Hindu organizations are also angry at the brute force. Take a look at that. By the cops, by the Canadian cops against Hindu Canadians, Hindu diaspora and the Indian diaspora, where teenagers and others who were targeted, and many are asking, why wouldn't you go after those who indulged in the violence, who started the violence, rather than go ahead after the Hindu Canadian? Now, VHP Canada has said terrorism by the pro-Khalistan mob in Canada. And I want to reiterate, this is not about Hindu and Sikhs or Indians and Canadians. This is about a group of criminals and goons sponsored by Pakistan. This is a Khalistan-Pakistan nexus. Many of them are associated with that. This is not about the larger Sikh community in any way charging at the Hindu Canadians. I want to go across to Piyush on that. Piyush, so what is the VHP saying? And do you see a lot of Hindu community or the diaspora coming together in support and solidarity?
Well, absolutely, Pooja. We are now hearing as to how not only Vishwa Hindu Parishad but various other Hindu organizations have come out in fore and condemning what happened there at the temple in Brampton. VHP Canada has also issued a statement condemning the entire incident. Remember that yesterday the Hindu groups had also protested demanding that actions should be taken. Though the Canadian authorities are claiming that few people have been arrested and the strictest possible actions will be taken. The statements were issued by Canadian Prime Minister and various other leaders from Canada. But at the same time, this also shows as to how there are increasing attacks that are taking place on not only Hindus but also temples. BJP here in India has also, compared yesterday's incident with what happened with George Floyd in America, which was done by the American police. So we are now seeing comparisons also being made by the BJP.
Correct.
And BJP at the same time is also demanding that strictest possible actions must be taken. Now VHP has also issued a statement condemning the entire incident. We'll have to see what kind of actions the Canadian authorities are further going to take.
And the big question that I fail to understand, why was this pro-Khalistan protest, so to say, was allowed to be organized right outside a temple in Brampton in Surrey? There's absolutely no reason for that. And therefore, one of the reasons is why you see the kind of then assault and rampage that followed and with tensions on the ground. Piyush, thank you for giving us updates on this.